I was letting Mark the Shark know that yes, we're live tonight. Mark the Shark is, and you didn't think it was going to be live. We're live, Mark.
We're live. So I am sorry. I've been working all day, so I'm just wearing a t-shirt, and there's a chihuahua on my lap, and it's going to be a real casual show tonight, y'all. So
I got to take a leg off. There we go. Now I can get under here.
Not too many people in the world can say I got to take a leg off. See, he just pushes me right out of the screen. Did y'all see how I moved? I didn't move because my feet were on the floor. I didn't move because my feet ain't on the floor because he's got this chair where I can't touch the floor. So
get over here in the picture, you.
So what are we talking about tonight?
Virgin Voyages, because there was so much we didn't get to. Look, these are the notes we didn't really get to because this is last week's notes, and this is how many we didn't even get to.
Did we get to all the ones on the other page?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I went back and I went over what we missed. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what we missed.
Oh, so that's a fresh sheet. You made us a fresh sheet.
It's a fresh sheet.
So we want to welcome everyone that's joining the show tonight. We want to welcome everyone that's joining from Facebook, from Instagram, our new viewers, our lurkers. We love us some lurkers, don't we? And everyone that's in the chat. If you're in the chat, you know us. We really like to have participation in the chat. So
that's right. And hey, if you're driving home, if you're driving to work, if you're driving somebody crazy, we want you to be right here so we can drive with you.
Yeah. So we also want to thank all of our members and
subscribers.
Our subscribers. Yes, sorry. He's so distracting over here tonight. I can't concentrate. He's just distracting.
Me or the dog?
You.
I'm distracting myself, y'all. I don't know what to say. I was over here watching Fats and Tree, and she was talking about having the same problem we have sometimes here, and other shows have live shows. Yeah. Sometimes you forget somebody's name and you say, "Hey, Rocky," and really it was Bill. Rocky's on the other show, but hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about Fats and Tree. Everybody, we all mess up. We all forget. It's cool. We know who it is, who we are, who you are, who they are, and I'm going to give Fats and Tree a double squeaky tonight.
So, we're gonna talk about Virgin Voyages.
Yes.
But there's a couple of things that I may have said last week, but I want to say them again this week because
yes.
I think they're important.
Yeah, and somebody may have missed them or may need to reiterate some of them. I'm sure we're going to come across some of those because I just got some points I want to make sure we don't miss, but they're not in any particular order because you know how we are. Sea Lake Journeys. We're like that.
We're just like all over the place.
We're like that.
Okay, so we're going to say hello to people in the chat.
Let's do it. We got to say hi to everybody.
All right, so we'll try to make this fast going through the chat so that people that are coming in aren't going, oh, they're only in blah, blah, blah.
But don't worry about that. Tiffany Lava Shark, good evening to you. Baby Shark, baby Shark. Z-Man is here. Hey, Z-Man with the Z's Gaming and Home Theater. And Cruising for One, that's Jeffrey saying, hey, all. And Jeffrey's got a blog he just put out. So be sure to get over there and check out his channel and his blog page. He has some excellent points for Virgin Voyages.
And he's a solo cruiser.
And he's a
so
solo
if you're
cruiser.
A solo cruiser and you want to know everything you want to know about solo cruising, Cruising for One is for you.
And he's just an all-around great guy.
That's right.
We've been on a cruise with him. We know.
And his link is in the description of all of our videos, including this video down in the
chat,
the description.
Description, yeah.
They're also in the end credits.
In fact, if you see that little looks like a snap-on S inside the circle over there,
right?
That's all of our members. Please check them out. They're awesome people. They've got great, fantastic channels. We like to support them. They're just awesome people with great material, great content.
Here we go.
And there's Cheryl GKI. How about this? Hi there, it's Cheryl and Grant from the Virgin Cruise. Glad to be here. Cheryl, you get a double squeaky for being first time here at Sea Lake Journeys.
You're definitely going to have to participate in the chat and let us know your thoughts. And even if we're not talking about something that you want to mention, feel free to throw it in the chat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Z-Man says, hey guys, are y'all going to do a trick-or-treat show? Z-Man, you can just about bet a nickel on it.
Z-Man, I don't know what we're doing. I have some things on my phone for Halloween that he hasn't taken off my phone yet. I will not be here for Halloween, so
Well, you better
I'll
get
be in
them off your
Texas.
phone. Yeah, she's going to be gone.
Mhm.
So I'll be here doing something by my own self.
Because they remember last year's Halloween show.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's not going to be like that this year because I'm not going to be here. So
Well, we'll do that show on the weekend, the Sunday before you leave.
the Sunday before I leave.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because I got nothing else to do, right?
You got nothing else to do. You can take an hour out of your time for Sea Lake Journeys. Cruising for One says, I posted a new blog on the hotel he stayed at before his Virgin
There
cruise.
you go.
You know, sometimes you got to come down and get in a hotel, and we've got a hotel stuff we got to put up too, Jeffrey. So thanks for reminding us that.
And just so you know, we met a couple on the ship that they had booked their travel the day before to come to Florida.
Mhm.
And I believe they were coming from the other coast, weren't they?
I think so.
I believe they were coming from somewhere on the other coast.
Yeah.
And their flight was delayed. And it was delayed. And it was delayed. And it was delayed. And they did not even get to stay in the hotel the night before because their flight was delayed so much that they didn't get here until the day the cruise ship left.
Yeah, they were supposed to get in Florida like 4 o'clock in the afternoon the day before to check into their hotel and stay overnight. They didn't get until like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
The day of the cruise.
The day of the cruise. So because they did have their travel booked through a reputable organization, they did get their hotel refund back.
Yep.
But the whole stress of thinking you're going to miss the ship, and not only that, sitting in these airports because they got to one airport and then they were delayed. So they hung out in that airport for a couple hours, got to another airport, delayed, hung out in that airport for a couple hours.
Delay.
They were so stressed out. We felt like we needed to buy them a drink.
Yeah. Mark the Shark says, what? No live? Mark, we're live, brother.
Hey, we are live.
Hey, don't forget, everybody, get your Mark the Shark salute up. This is what we do for Mark the Shark. Woo! Right on, Mark. Hey, there's Keisha saying, hey,
Hey,
SLJ.
beautiful lady.
Keisha's awesome.
She
Hey,
is, I love
Keisha.
her. And dum, 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 dum.
Shady Hill Homestead. Mark the Shark says, wee! That's right. It's going to be a ride right here. And Mark says, I'm on my last cruise with the Harmony of the Seas before she moves to Galveston, Texas.
He's going to miss her so much.
Oh, he'll just get on another one. Mark, you got to find out what your next ship is and let us know, brother.
And we have the beautiful Randacita with us.
Randacita, hey, she's only like 7 days till her next cruise.
I know.
Oh,
right?
Randacita, you get a double squeaky because I know you're packing.
And one of my new favorite ladies.
Marjorie, good evening to you, Marjorie. Woo! Hey, thanks for being here.
And did we say hello to Fearless Rambler?
Let's say it again. George, what's going on, brother? That's Fearless Rambler. Be sure and check him out, too. He's an awesome dude. And Mark's saying, oh, don't forget the thumbs up, y'all.
That's right. Don't forget to give us thumbs up, guys.
Godzilla needs some thumbs.
Godzilla needs some thumbs.
James Catnese is here. Hey, Sea Lake Journeys. He says, hey, James. Hey, what's going on, brother? And Elisa's here at Lisa Adventures and Cruising saying hello to everybody. Hey, Elise. And, hey, it's Tanisha and Bobby, the luckiest man in Alabama, coming in with Leonard Family Fun saying, hey! The Bud Files is here. Hey, what's going on, Bud Files? They're saying, hello, peoples. What is going on over there? There's some awesome people, too. I got to get over and get some more history. I'm going to catch up with Bud Files here real quick. Cruising for One says, I never forget anything, but sometimes I just don't remember.
Okay.
I had the same problem. Leonard Family Fun says, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, everyone. Yes, even Ringo is hitting the thumbs up over here, y'all. Our own dog is giving us. And Cruising for One says, oh, shucks. Hey, there's Bill from Warm Strong Adventures saying, hello, Sea Lake Journeys. Hey, Bill, what's going on, brother? She's scrolling through the chat to make sure she didn't miss anybody.
I'm trying. If I missed you, please tell me I missed you. I hate it when I miss people.
Martin Shark says, I'm going to be on Symphony of the Seas when she returns from Barcelona to Fort Lauderdale. Hey, how about that? Leonard Family Fun says 124 days until we board the Carnival Jubilee. Cannot wait. See, Tanisha's got her countdown on. If you got a countdown on, throw it in the chat too.
You told us that we had like 54 days till something.
Yeah, I think it's 54 days till we get on to Carnival Mardi Gras. Yeah, how about that? We'll be doing a little Christmas down there. And Facebook user, it's the Cruise Nuts watching from Facebook. Hey, Cruise Nuts, that's Mike and Tracy. We're glad to see y'all here tonight. Yo, it's Eddie Lugo, Brooklyn in the house saying hola. everybody. Hola.
I may have missed what Randacita's talking about. So
I'll try and film in between naps. She's going to go on her cruise.
Oh, okay.
And I told her the other day on her channel, I said, Randacita, can't wait to see what you get from the ship.
Okay.
A nap, you got to have a nap. You got to. Don't feel guilty if you take a nap, Miranda, okay? And Bill says 6 days and a wake up, and he's getting on that booze cruise.
Oh,
The booze
that's
cruise.
right, the booze cruise.
Yep, that's right. And
Mhm.
it's either going to be boo cruise or it's going to be
Booze cruise.
Take your pick. It's going to be either one or both, probably.
Okay, so let's talk about the
Virgin Voyages.
Virgin Voyages.
Yes.
So the first thing I want to say about Virgin Voyages is I thought this was weird, and I read the website more than once because I felt like that can't be right. You do not print tickets or luggage tags.
Yeah, that was weird because she asked me like 2 days before. She goes, "Hey, do you have our luggage tags printed?" I says, "They say we don't have to print any luggage tags. They're going to give them to us at the port."
I didn't believe him, so I had to go look on the website myself.
And I wanted her to go look at the website herself because I'm like, I hope I'm not missing something. I don't want to get down there and not have my boarding pass and not have my luggage tags. You don't need a boarding pass or luggage tags when you're
Mhm.
going on Virgin Voyages. Less paperwork, less hassle. That's part of the Virgin way.
There you go.
I
And
like it.
hello, Najuma.
Najumo! Happy Sunday night to you.
Yes, so I thought that was weird that you didn't need luggage tags. So the way it works is you get there, and when you drop off your luggage, the guy asks you what your room number is, what your cabin number is. So you got to know what your cabin number is. I didn't know what my cabin number was. I'm like, I don't know.
We had to whip out our phone real quick.
And he was so sweet, this little luggage guy. I don't know if he was so sweet because he saw the amount of money I had in my hand to tip him with, or if he was just that sweet. But he says, "Do you need help with, give me your phone. Do you have the app?" I said, "Yes, I do." So I hit the app, and he says, "Do you mind if I help you?" I said, "No, I do not mind if you help me." So he opened up the app, and he got our cabin number, and he wrote it down on the luggage tag, and he put it on the luggage. So and they ask you more than once. So when you drop off your luggage, I got baby Enzo hair in my mouth or something. It's driving me crazy. And that was Ringo on my lap, not baby Enzo.
But baby Enzo sheds onto Ringo so that Ringo can kind of shed baby Enzo hair onto Robin.
Yes. So they ask you more than once what your cabin number is. So when you drop off your luggage, they ask you your number. When you check in, when you go in to stand in line, they ask you your boarding time and cabin number. Then when you get inside, so remember it or write it down or make it real handy because they're going to ask you a million times before you ever get on the ship.
Yeah, and another thing.
And I'm thinking to myself, if you let me print a ticket, I know what my number is.
It's kind of a catch-22. But also the other thing is we didn't need lanyards. No cards, no lanyards to carry around.
Mm-hmm. So what is our new things we're going to talk about? Because I know we talked about both of those last week, but they're just two of the weirdest things.
Well, before we do that, I want to make sure I give a shout out to Bama Nola. Billy is back to work. He's got his channel back up again. He's back out there mowing again. So everybody check out Bama Nola. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies. You got to tell your enemies. That's from Billy himself. So
we're glad you're back.
Okay, I want to talk about briefly. The norovirus was on our ship. We had a clue, but we kind of overlooked the clue while we was on there. When we got off Friday the 13th, they sent us an email and said, "Hey, yeah, we had 3% of the people on our ship had norovirus. If you get sick, go to a doctor and then email us at this email address and let us know." Well, we were fine. We didn't have no sick.
Well, and it's funny because when we were on the ship, one of the employees, I'm not going to say which employee or which venue they were in, as you know, we were like, I was tired was what it was. I was really, really tired. And it was just one of those nights where I had a little bit too much to drink, and I didn't sleep well the night before because sometimes my mind keeps me all awake. And he says to me, Chet, gone to the bathroom. I was standing there. He says, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." I said, "I'm just really, really tired." He says, "Well, just so you know, we have some little sicknesses going on around the ship. So if you're not feeling well, make sure you stay in your room or you can call down to the clinic." I said, "Oh, no, I'm feeling just fine. I was just tired." But I thought, well, typically you don't hear that.
I don't.
Typically,
you didn't tell me that either.
Kind of hush-hush.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
It was the gentleman that that kept you going by, and he was like, "I'm going to get you," because he kept messing up and saying he didn't have something for you every time.
don't remember that either.
Yes, you do. You
did?
wanted something specific, and he did not have it.
What did I want?
And then you went by and you almost got something else, and it wasn't right either.
What did I want? Oh, I kept, yeah, anyway, now I know. Yeah. I kept thinking, what is she talking about? Now I know what she's talking about. Okay. Yeah, but so all we saw was these two guys in spacesuits down the hall from us. And they had like R2-D2 and a hose. And they were doing something in one of the cabins.
And
then,
they had the red bags, which whenever you see red bags, you know it's either one of three things.
Bodily something.
It's bodily something.
It's bodily something.
There's baby in the room with diapers. Well, there's no babies on Virgin Voyages, so it's not diapers.
And you don't need a spacesuit for that either.
Or it could
maybe
adult,
you do.
Or it could have been adult diapers.
Oh, yeah.
Or somebody's been sick all over the room, and so they put those items in the red bag because they're considered contaminated. Or there's someone sick in the room.
Yep.
We did see that quite a bit when COVID was going around on cruise ships. So that was the only thing that we saw, and it was down the hall from us, and the crew was very very discreet about it, and we did not get sick. We did not know anyone that got sick.
It was and to us that ship was especially clean, which it should be. It's only 2 years old.
I thought it was pretty. Okay, so let me just make y'all know me, I'm like some freaky neat freak. Okay, I know that right now. This room doesn't look like I'm a neat freak because this is the room where him and the dogs hang out all day, and I'm in the other office. But I did look around a lot at the ship because I get sick very easily because of having celiac disease. I can get food contamination easy. I can get all kinds of stuff really easy. This was a fairly clean ship, not the cleanest ship I've ever been on, but a very clean ship.
I'd say I think it's very, very clean. Especially coming around the food stuff, which, is really what's the most important. That's why I was kind of surprised when we got home. I was like, wow, how'd they do that? Because there's not even a buffet on this ship, y'all. There's no buffet.
Yeah, I know. And it's more like a food court. It's not really a buffet. It's a food court.
So if you didn't catch last week, we'll hit this real quick again. There's what's called the Galley, and it's got like a dozen different food stations.
Everything, 9. It had 9.
9. It's 9. 9 food stations. You got everything from pizza, burgers, to sushi, to I don't know, all kinds of different food, like a food court in a mall. Just imagine that. She came up with a good term there. And you can walk up there and say, I'd like to have some of that, and they'll hand it to you. You don't get it yourself. Or you can go sit down, flip the little flag up on the sign that says, ahoy! And somebody will come over and you tell them what you want. And if you want 4 different things from 4 different places, they go get it for you. You don't have to go get any of your own food there.
And the other thing I liked about the staff that waited on you, no matter what food venue we were in, every single staff member asked you before they even asked you what you wanted, before they asked you what you wanted to drink, before they asked you anything, they said, do you have any food allergies? Yeah,
the first thing out of every food server's mouth, whether it was in one of the specialty restaurants or out there in the galley or wherever, was, do you have any food allergies? Every time.
Well, the chat's blowing up, so we got to get some of
let's hit some chat, y'all. Cruising for One says, I love that they take care of the luggage tags. It eliminates one stress.
So it added stress to me, just so you know.
Cheryl says, we've never done MSC before, but scheduled December 10th on the seashore. I hear Virgin and MSC are of the same shipbuilders. Well, the ship may be built in the same place, but they are totally different cruise lines.
Totally different type of cruising.
Yeah.
So don't expect Virgin on MSC. Now, are you going in the yacht club? That's my next question.
If you're in the yacht club, you're going to have a good experience.
Well, you're going to have a good experience anyway.
Yeah, but
you can have more personalized service.
It's going to be closer to Virgin if you're in the yacht club. If you're out there with the rest of it, it's going to be more like Carnival and NCL and Royal Caribbean. Ocean to Ocean. Hey, what's going on, Bruce and Sydney? They're saying, hello, everyone. I'm on my phone, so I can't tag everyone. So everyone out there, consider yourself tagged from Bruce at Ocean to Ocean. Lisa, Adventures in Cruising, says, that's different. Good job, luggage guy.
Yeah, I know, right? Because you don't get that.
Hey, there's Bobby, the luckiest man in Alabama, saying, good evening, everyone. The Z Show Cruise Fun is here too, saying, breaking news, 62 days until I will be on the greatest cruise of all time, the Carnival Jubilee, December 23rd, and I am still packing. Z-Man is still packing. He's been packing since February, y'all. He's been packing. He's been losing weight. He's lost like 40 pounds. He's going to be ready to get on that cruise, y'all. Hey, Tanisha from Leonard Family Fun says, it's okay, Robin. When I'm talking to one of my nephews, I will call him the name of one of the others. I remember growing up wondering, how can you forget kids' names? It's easy. Just get a little older.
Just so you know, so I grew up, my sisters were Diane, me, Robin, Michelle, and Cheryl. Okay. We had a child that my mother called all the time, and her name was Cheryl. We did not know who Cheryl was, but that child got in trouble all the time.
I think it means everybody better get your booty straightened out.
Here's Cheryl.
Cheryl says, heck, I was so nervous about not having tags at the porter. And before we left home, I used the plastic cruise luggage tags and put our room number on it. The porter liked that we did that. Hey, now that's a good tip right there, Cheryl. So
yeah,
we're going to recommend that.
Good tip.
Put your own, your own luggage tag on there with your cabin number. That's a great idea.
I didn't think of that. I just was like, I don't know what to do.
That's called Real Solutions for Real Cruisers right here at Sea Lake Journeys.
Here's cruising for one.
I can barely remember my own name. It's Jeffrey. Mark the Shark is giving us thumbs up again. Thanks for that, brother. Oh, my computer's doing something over here.
Because you keep hitting the keyboard.
Oh, aloha, Don Arnold. Aloha to you, my friend. Good to see you. These are super people.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Thank you, Don. Super guy right there, too, man. Love it. Fearless says, sorry in the phone, so I'm not tagging, but typing poorly.
That's okay.
Hey, George, I cannot do the phone. Is so tough to type on. I totally understand, brother. Everybody consider yourself tagged from the Fearless Rambler. Everybody, there you go. We covered it for you, George.
Okay, so what do we got next on the list?
Oh, I wanted to say the crew attitude. Something that really makes a difference on your cruise is how the crew is.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And this crew was simply not only the most efficient and most helpful, but they were all like chill and friendly.
They were just like everybody. They're all in Zen mode. You just felt Zen.
I think if you went up to them and tried to set them on fire, they'd be like, "Oh, don't do that."
Now, the only place you're not going to find that Zen attitude is in the Gumby restaurant.
Oh,
because that was like crazy, insane loud.
That looked like Sea Lake Journey show in there. Just so you get an idea what that's like. It was too much Sea Lake Journeys, even for Sea Lake Journeys.
Yeah, too much for Sea Lake. That's right. Okay, we got a couple more things in the chat.
Let's do it. Let's see.
Hold on. Let me get there.
I see Don says,
I'm getting there.
Don says, yummy pizza. Oh, yeah. They had some yummy pizza on there,
and they had gluten-free pizza.
And
it was good.
And this ship had more gluten-free options than any cruise we've been on so far.
Absolutely. Even though on the menus it didn't have gluten-free options, once I told them I was gluten-free, they're like, "Oh, okay, well you can have da 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 da." And like, but it doesn't say that it's gluten-free on the menu. They're like, "No, but we're going to make the gluten-free version for you." I'm like, "Oh, perfect."
And a lot of times the waiter or waitress would say, "All we got to do is take one ingredient off."
Yep.
And one night they said everything on here is gluten-free.
Yeah.
Get anything you want.
And there was only one time when they told me, they said, we're going to have to cook yours separate. Because he asked me, he says, I know that you're gluten-free, but do you have a cross-contamination issue? And I said, unfortunately, yes, I do. He says, not a problem. We're going to cook your food because it was at the Gumby restaurant. We're going to cook your food on the grill separately, and we're going to cook your food first. I'm like, oh, perfect.
And they did.
Yeah,
how about
and
that?
I got to eat, and everybody else was waiting.
Everybody was talking anyway. We were all chatting. Cruising for One says, for a solo sailor, the galley was so nice. Sit down, and the food comes to you.
Yes.
So easy. I'll tell you, that was.
I don't like standing in line, so I thought it was perfect.
If I was designing a cruise, my own cruise line, I think the galley would be the first thing I'd put in there.
Mm-hmm.
Don says, I'm going to say aloha at the bar. Laugh out loud. All right, Don. I got one.
Ahoy.
Ahoy. Ahoy.
That's what they say on Virgin. It's ahoy, sailor. Ahoy. Ahoy, sailor. And it's like, okay.
Ahoy. Aloha. Hey. And
you're Sydney.
From ocean to ocean, listening and packing.
She's packing. She's going on that booze cruise.
Yeah, if you've been following Bruce and Sydney, they've been working out every day. Sometimes it's yoga, sometimes it's walking, sometimes it's chasing the dogs down the street, sometimes it's running from Bigfoot in the forest. Leon Life is here. Hey, Leon, saying, hey, Chet and Robin. Leon, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Will G is in the house, saying good evening, everybody. Will, good to see you, my friend. Bone Tire Travelers, that's Denise and Dwayne. Hey, y'all, they're fixing to go on a cruise in a little over a week, too. Woo, y'all going to have fun. Can't wait to see it. And Cruising for One says, I've been packing all weekend, too, because it's only 83 days until my next cruise. Hey, no point in waiting until the last minute, is there? I avoided the whole tag thing by just doing carry-on.
Now, on Virgin Voyages, a lot of people did carry-on only. A lot of people. like more than half the ship.
And you know why you can do that?
Because you're not carrying formal gowns and
Yeah.
you're not carrying all this other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you can carry less clothes on Virgin.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Here's Cheryl.
Cheryl says they were absolutely amazing with all my food allergies. The head chef of each restaurant would come out and discuss my options and later pop back to deliver my absolutely beautiful meal. Right on, Cheryl. That's what we're talking about.
I had the exact same experience. It was fabulous because those of us that have food issues, we get worried. It's worrisome.
I have to say, Virgin is probably by what we've seen, the number one at taking care of.
And we've been on 6 cruise lines, and Virgin is so far the best about making sure before you ever get anything on the table that they've addressed your allergies. You
betcha. And Cruising for One says, I love how the crew was empowered to make things happen.
Yes.
Not once did anyone have to get the manager to fix a problem.
But you know, it's so funny.
Right.
They all work so evenly that a lot of times they're like, it's a team. It's just a whole team effort.
Yeah, I don't think there was ever a time where we were sitting like in the galley. We'd sit there like Jeffrey's talking about.
Mm-mm.
It wouldn't be just one server come over and ask us what we wanted.
It'd be more than one. It wasn't like, oh, that's not my zone.
No. One would come over and like 2 minutes later, while this one's going to get your drink, here comes another one. Mm-hmm. We go, oh, somebody's already getting that. And they're like, well, can we get you something too?
Mm-hmm. Hi, Pete.
Pete Fountain is here. Right on, Pete. That's from Pete and Lisa right there. It's a cruise life coming from across the pond. Good to see you there, Pete. Mm-hmm. Cheryl says, with all my allergies, I've never had an issue with any of the foods. Woo! That's a good cruise right there.
Welcome in, Canadian Family Live.
Hey, Tiffany, what's going on? Canadian Family Live.
Saying,
hey, I'm about to start my next cruise diet with 120 days to go to our Virgin cruise.
All right.
Oh, Pete, if you haven't been on Virgin yet, you're going to love it, brother. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you.
Here's Cruising for One.
I also thought that luggage pickup at the end of the cruise was very well organized.
Yes.
I only had carry-off, but I think it would have been easy to find.
Yes, that's true. We carried our luggage off because we didn't have that much luggage, but it did seem to be a very easy process and so easy to follow.
I tell you, getting off that ship was a breeze. We basically walked out of our cabin and walked to the car. I don't think we stopped at any point.
And I want to tell you one thing that I learned about the face recognition with your passport, because, you know, I work for a law enforcement agency, a federal law enforcement agency. And this is the thing. When you... not an agent. I don't work for a law enforcement agency. I work for a law enforcement software company.
Yes.
But when you have face recognition, the more times you have face recognition, the quicker it recognizes you next time. Well,
it's sort of like a human. The more time they see your face, the more quicker they're going to recognize you.
Yeah. So, with Virgin Voyages, with the face recognition, if it's a little slower, you know, it's just because you've not had your face recognized very many times. So it was pretty quick.
It's lightning fast for us. We basically just walked past it.
Only because we're always doing it.
Yeah. The ZMan says, I wish Virgin Voyages will have a ship in Galveston.
Yeah, you just never know.
He knows because Galveston is growing fast. Cheryl says, we were off the ship and driving away in less than 15 minutes.
So that's funny because we did the same thing. We went and had breakfast and I had packed everything up in the room already. We went and had a leisurely breakfast, went back to the room, grabbed the luggage, came out of the room, read the sign, said which deck we needed to go to, got in the elevator, went to that deck, immediately was in line that never stopped moving to get right off the ship.
Yep. Just that fast.
That
Boom,
fast. We're going. Here's Cruising for One.
As I recall, the luggage is sorted by cabin number, not some color that you can't remember. You're correct. That's what we saw too. Yeah.
So what else you got on that list?
Oh, we got so much stuff. We got so much stuff over here. Did you know that soda is included in your? It's just part of your cruise. You don't have to buy a soda package.
No, we mentioned that last week, didn't we?
Well, I want to make sure I mention it again because it's real important because a lot of people sometimes you just want a Coke once in a while.
Well, for me,
I don't want to buy a soda package to get 3 Cokes on a 5-day cruise.
Right. And for me, I sip ginger ale the whole cruise ship, the whole cruise time, the whole vacation, because it settles my stomach for seasickness.
Yeah, for us to pay $250 though for a soda package for 2 of us, it's outrageous.
And some cruise lines make you buy the soda package for both people that are in the cabin.
Oh, yeah.
And Virgin Voyages don't make you do that.
Nope.
It's per person, not per cabin.
Per. I'm a kitty
And
cat.
see, Fearless Rambler says that's all he drinks is soda.
There you go. It's included in your price, Fearless. You don't have to say how much is a soda package.
And they want you to bring your own cup like this, and you just take it up to the ice machine, put ice in it. The soda machine is just like in a convenience store. You know, you just push it and
Burger King or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. So just go up there and get it, and they got them in several locations too.
Here's Cruising for One.
I love just stopping by and grabbing a Coke or ginger ale.
Yeah. And you know how many times in the evening when the bars are closed and everything, and I felt like I needed a ginger ale, I'd just go right up to the food court, got me a ginger ale, back to the room I went.
Yep. If I just wanted a couple sips of a Coke, just go get, half a glass and take a couple sips and off I'd go. I
actually I had this one that was blue for water, and I had a red one that was for my ginger ale. So I had ginger ale all the time, and it was great. It was perfect. I felt like when I have a soda package on a cruise ship and I'm going to the bar asking for a soda, I don't like that. I feel like they're just going to, because they're not getting a tip out of me, you know.
They're getting 13 cents. But.
Well, whatever. But, I feel like I'm an inconvenience sometimes because I'm only getting a soda. Because a lot of times if you order a glass of water at the bar, they'll be like, oh, yeah, I'll get to you.
Yeah. So Virgin recommends it, and we recommend it. Get you a cup like that right there. If you forget, they sell them on the ship.
They do sell them on the ship.
So just go up there and get you one. That way you ain't got to be not picking up glasses and stuff. Right. It's one less thing you have to contact.
And the other great thing because Virgin lets you bring your own cup, if you bring one of these cups that don't sweat, you're not leaving drink marks behind. Yeah. Or it's not getting the whatever wet.
Yeah.
Here is I saw some things in the chat. Here we go.
Oh, ZMan says, that is very nice cup. Where did you get it?
I got it from Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts. But you can get them on the ship, too. Cruising for One says, I loved having sparkling water in the cabin.
Yes, that's the other thing. They don't have bottled water on the ship.
No.
They do not do bottled water at all on the entire ship. But they do make sure that if you want it, you have sparkling water in your cabin, as well as crafts of regular drinking water.
Yeah. Yeah. Every night we had 2 full bottles of water.
Yeah, 2 crafts. They're called crafts.
Bottles.
They're not bottles. They're crafts.
Craft's cheese.
Everybody, no.
Kraft is cheese. It's macaroni and cheese.
Not that kind of craft. Read this one.
Fearless says, Royal Caribbean requires soda for 2 in the cabin. That's around $140 for the trip.
Yeah. Isn't that ridiculous? For soda.
For soda. We did that on Royal once, and we were astounded how much we paid for that. Yeah, it was like, oh my God. We got hashtag SLJ. If you're new to the channel and you want to connect with somebody in here, let somebody find you, hit that hashtag SLJ so people can say, hey, I want to know where Fearless Rambler is.
And Nightbot will share your link.
That's right. The little robot that used to be a vacuum cleaner. Oh, and I put up a video today, deck 5 and 6 on Virgin Voyages. So you can go there and you can see R2-D2's distant cousin right there on deck 6. You don't want to miss that, y'all.
So we were on deck 5. We were right around the corner from the service desk.
Sailor Services.
Yeah. Sailor Services.
Sailor Services. And they have a person there 24 hours a day. A live person, 24 hours a day.
Bot crafts.
Bot crafts. Say that 3 times fast and Beetlejuice will appear.
There you go.
Okay, so another thing we had here is where was it? Oh, you know what? Carnival, we love the Tau animals and we love the Tau animal invasion. They don't have that on Virgin, but they got something else.
What they got?
Oh, you'll have to check out our video because on Scarlet Night, the big giant fishes were everywhere on deck 7.
So for Scarlet Night, they decorate the whole ship. The whole ship is decorated for Scarlet Night.
I thought it was deck 7.
The whole ship is decorated for Scarlet Night.
Was it?
Out by the pools, they have the giant octopus coming.
Okay, yeah.
When you walked on deck 5, where that was at is where the games were at. So they had all the fish floating through the hallway by the games.
Which is our thumbnail for this video. That's Robin. She has to kiss every animal she comes across because she's kissing this big giant fish.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then in the roundabout, they had the octopus there too.
I think he was there all the time, though, wasn't he?
No, only for Scarlet Night. Yes.
Man, I was seeing things there.
It's only for Scarlet Night.
I kept seeing octopus everywhere.
Oh, and Cruising for One, that was funny. He did not even notice.
The R2-D2. Yeah, and deck 6, R2-D2's cousin's right there.
Yes.
He's trying to sell stuff. He's a salesman now. Okay, so other thing with the spa, just briefly about the spa. One thing that we always hate about the spa on other ships is when you get done with a massage, you're all chill. Here they come with, oh, we want to sell you this and this and this. And
it's like, geez,
they didn't do that to us.
They did it before we had our massage.
That's okay. I don't mind doing it before.
Yeah.
Let's do it before and get it over with. And they didn't do it that bad.
Yeah, because a lot of cruise lines do it after you have your massage, and then they go through this whole little thing and tell you what they used on you and what they want you to buy. Well, Virgin does all that first. So the stress of listening to the sales pitch is before you get all relaxed in the massage.
Of course, it did help that we knew as much about the products as they did because we had them all.
Yes. It's like, she's like this. I said, I have that. 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 I have. And I thought I think at first she thought that I was just kind of pulling her leg. And then I said, so do you have frangipani? She's like, no, do you? I said, yes, I do. She says, we're out of stock. So once I said that, she knew that I really wasn't pulling her leg. I really do use all those products.
So that was kind of cool, though, not doing all that upselling stuff after your massage, because I don't want to hear that junk after my massage.
Yep.
I don't want that. Cruising for One says, even the companionway lights were set to red at Scarlet Night.
Exactly.
Yeah, the hallways, different colors, and I think we're going to have some of that in our
And the elevator, the lights were red. In the elevator, too.
It was like the red light district.
Yeah, not that kind of red light district.
Did you hear the myth behind Scarlet Night?
We did. We actually listened to the whole story.
We sat out there drinking a glass of wine, listening to that. And
what we thought was
it was packed out there too, wasn't it?
It was, and what we thought it was going to be like a
show kind of thing.
No, what we thought was that when she said when it goes here, it'll go up to the next deck, and we'll work our way all the way up to the pool deck for the final show. Well, I thought it was going to be like a bar hop kind of thing, but it wasn't. You just kind of meandered along your way.
Yeah.
So I was a little disappointed with that because I thought, oh, we're going to have these big, hooplas. No hooplas.
Yeah, I have to admit the entertainment was a little slack compared to what we're used to on other ships.
Compared to the top-notch entertainment that you get on a lot of other cruise lines.
Yeah, Royal Caribbean, Princess, even Carnival they got outstanding.
It was still good entertainment.
It was okay entertainment.
It was still good entertainment. It just wasn't knock you off your feet entertainment.
Yeah, it was.
Go ahead. What's your next item?
Okay. Well, that was my next item, was the entertainment being so different. We also looked for live bands and stuff. And the only live band we heard on there wasn't singing in English, so we had no idea what they were singing.
There was one band, I believe it was a Spanish band.
Yeah.
And we don't speak Spanish, so we didn't know what they were saying. And then there was a gentleman playing the guitar by himself. We saw him too. Yeah. But what I thought was strange is that on a lot of other cruise lines, you'll have dancing everywhere. There'll be everybody dancing.
Yeah.
There wasn't people dancing on.
No, that was but it was a whole different kind of atmosphere.
Even in the quote unquote dance club where we had the little show, and they tell you all the rules, and it's like, if you want to dance, dance. If you want to stand, stand. If you can't see, move. And all these little cute little things. People weren't dancing in there either.
No, nobody was. It was really. No, it was so chill. But the only thing different was there's absolutely no kids on this ship.
No.
And it
I love that.
Hey, this was not an old fossil cruise either, guys. This wasn't Holland America or something. This was. We were probably in the top 10% of the oldest people there. And I don't exactly think we're old fuddy days, but it was just very chill. Everybody was kind of like, so.
Here's the Z show.
Oh, Z-Man says, question, what kind of wine should I be drinking when I go to the steakhouse? Because the first night is a free bottle of wine. Ask the sommelier to recommend one, Z-Man. And the sommelier is going to recommend probably some kind of red wine to go with that steak.
Right. And he's also going to ask you, do you like sweet wine or dry wine? Just remember, dry wine is pretty dry. If you're not a wine drinker, you're going to prefer a sweet wine or a semi-sweet.
Yeah, because the dry wines can be like drinking rubbing alcohol to me. Cruising for One says, I did not go to the shows, but I think I would have had the same impression. I did have a lot of live bands on the ship with a wide variety. I wish we'd had more live music on the ship when we were there. But
sometimes it's just a booking issue.
Yeah. They did have some good acrobats, though. They did good acrobats.
We didn't get to see the acrobat show. We kept trying to get in that show. That show was full. Never got to get in that show. But we did see them do some little things out by the pool on Scarlet Night.
Which is, right. We saw them on Scarlet Night out there. But that's another thing that's a little different, is having to book reservations. That's kind of a hassle. I think they can do something better with that, or something different. You know.
Oh, look, Bamanola.
Bamanola!
Thank you, Bamanola.
Hey, to one of my favorite content creators. Hey, that's right. Was your ears burning, Bama? Because we was saying hi to. We was telling everybody to tell their friends, tell their neighbors, tell their enemies. Make sure they told their enemies to get over here to Bamanola.
So Cheryl says they went to one show and they were not impressed. So
Impressed.
the shows that we went to the Around the World Diva, which was a drag show.
Yeah.
Excellent singer. He had a fabulous voice. His show was okay. Then we also went to the illusionist show, like a magician.
Half of it was but the last half was good.
Mm-hmm. And then the other show we went to was the
it was supposed to be the dance theater.
The dance theater
and
thing.
That was kind of flat.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the funniest thing in there was the cat on the wall,
Mm-hmm.
telling you.
And welcome in, Cruise Nuts.
Cruise Nuts, Mike and Tracy. Good evening to you.
What else you got?
Also, the thermal suite in the spa. Now, we like going to the thermal suite, like laying on those hot stone beds.
So let's talk about thermal spa.
Let's do it.
Because we are big thermal spa people. Okay.
Right.
So on a Virgin Cruise Line, you pay $40 per person for 3 hours in the therapy spa area.
Yeah.
And you have to select the time you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
If you miss the time you want to go, oh well, sorry, you missed it. Or if you're late, if you had in your 3 hours and you got there and hour and a half of your time is over, oh well, sorry, hour and a half of your time's over.
I don't think you're going to spend 3 hours in there, no way, no.
But we were very, 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 very disappointed with that area.
Yeah.
So the pool was a lukewarm pool, and we are used to a therapy pool with jets and everything.
Yeah, if you want a good pool, a therapy pool, you got to go on Princess, go on one of like the Sky Princess, Regal Princess. We don't want
to talk about this one though.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, if you've been on those, this does not compare to that.
So we're used to a jet pool with
more
than lukewarm water, but not so hot you can't stay in. Right. Not like hot tub water, but not lukewarm either. Well, this was lukewarm water that had no jets or anything. And they had 2 cold plunge tubs and 1 hot plunge tub. Okay. But each of those 3 tubs only held 1 person. And it clearly said on there, weight capacity, 1 person. We did see couples getting in it together.
There's 2 people getting in.
It had a big sign that said weight limit capacity, 1 person. They were not easy to get into either. They were very steep to get into, and they were shallow, so it was kind of weird and bizarre. The hot beds, stone beds, were not hot. They were lukewarm. The sauna room was a regular sauna. Now that was hot. And the steam room was hot.
Yeah.
The mud room, you had to leave the therapy room, go all the way out to the front desk and ask for mud. And then they gave it to you in a little cup. And they told you you couldn't do that until it was the last thing you did before you left. Well, I'm not going to walk in a wet bathing suit, even in a robe, all the way out to the front desk and ask for my cup of mud. I'm not doing that.
I'm not either on an artificial leg or the wheelchair, whichever one I'm going to be on.
Mm-mm.
It just ain't practical.
And then the salt room was really not a salt room. It was a warm room that had salt vapor in the air, that like being in the beach. It was not a salt rock room like they advertised that it was.
No, I think MSC had probably the best setup for that type of spa.
MSC has the best salt rock room on the seas. And it is literally salt rocks that are, the salt rocks themselves are heated, which is what I'm all about. Salt rock. I got a salt rock in every room in this house. I know exactly what salt rocks are and how they're supposed to function.
Oh yeah.
So we were greatly disappointed. So if that's not what you want out of the area. And the other thing was too, I asked her, could we see the area before we paid for it? And she said no.
That was really, I guess, a red flag right there.
We should have known.
If they won't let you take a tour of the thing, we should have just said, well, never mind then.
That's what we should have done. We should have said, when we asked her, could we tour the room first? And she said no. We should have said, okay, never mind.
But we wanted to report back to everybody here at Sea Lake Journeys, just so you don't throw your money down the toilet.
So we wasted $80. And we were in there about 45 minutes. And the only reason we were in there 45 minutes is because he took a nap. And I
On
let
the
him
hot bed.
sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, here's cruising for one.
The entertainment in the casino was good. All kidding aside, the casino was very nice. Many say it's tiny, but I thought it was average size. The dealers were so friendly, really made it enjoyable.
So we were waiting for more
Yeah.
than one show. We were waiting for the Diva Around the World show, and the line was in the casino because of the little theater that it was in. And it was very entertaining to stand against the wall and watch. A lot of cruise ships don't want you standing there watching, but they allowed it. Now, we didn't interact with the players, but you could tell that the staff was making the games fun for them, and they were keeping people at the table. And it was very interactive.
That casino was jumping. Let me tell
and
you.
it was no smoking.
No smoking.
No smoking in that casino.
There's only 2 smoking places on that ship. One inside, and I could look it up on what deck it is. They have like a smoking room on one of the decks, and then up on deck 16 forward, they have an outside smoking place, and that's it. Only 2 places on the ship you can smoke.
Now, we did see more than one person walking around with an e-cigarette, trying to hide in their pocket and then trying to blow smoke out of their mouth when nobody was looking. Yeah. And I felt like reporting her because that's just not the right thing to do, but I didn't. I kept my mouth shut. Here we go.
I got the spa pass. I like that I could come and go, but not worth the money. I'll skip that next time. There you go. Yep. You got it from Jeffrey right there, too. As far as that went, probably not worth the money. Bama Nola says, after 3 weeks in the hospital, I'm glad to be back. I had to break out, all because of a snake bite and an allergic reaction to the vaccine and antibiotics. Well, brother, we are glad you're back.
We are glad you're back.
And I went over there and left a comment on your video for you, and we make sure we tell everyone to tell their enemies and stuff, you know. And I think what we got? Gregory Bowmont. This is a new name. New here. Finally looking for something new in the cruise world. Been looking at Virgin for some time. Hey, you know, Gregory, you get. That's right. A double squeaky for being first time here.
So if you're looking for something new and different, Virgin is definitely a good option for that.
They are very different from everybody else. Everybody else has more similarities and differences. Yeah. Virgin has more differences.
You can't compare them to anyone.
Yep.
And Elisa, she says, "Oh, that's too bad." I know, right?
I know.
And let's see. I thought I saw.
But you know, some ships excel in some things, and some ships excel in others.
Now he says he got a tour of the spa before he paid. Yeah, I don't know if they just. I don't know why they didn't want to.
They just told us no.
Yeah, they just said no.
So we're like, okay.
Okay. So what else you got?
Oh, what else I got? The specialty restaurants. Okay, here's a great thing about Virgin thing I really love. The specialty restaurants are all included. And trust me, they are worthy of the title of specialty restaurants.
They really are.
They are 100% worthy. They are the specialty restaurants that you pay $50 a piece extra on other cruise lines.
Yeah, that's very true. The test kitchen is a lot like a chef's table without the formalities, of course. We did not get to eat in the Italian restaurant only because you can't. You just can't eat in every one of them. There's not that many days of the week.
It was only a 5-day cruise. So. And the test kitchen was so good we ate there twice.
And normally they don't let you do restaurants twice. They did let us do that restaurant twice because I'm gluten-free. And the next night the menu was all gluten-free. So they made accommodations for me, and we did get to eat in the test kitchen twice, only because the entire menu the next night was 100% entire menu gluten-free.
And I do have some videos going to be coming up on that so you can see that food. Woo!
And then we also ate in Razzle Dazzle.
Razzle Dazzle.
Which is, what was that? It was, every restaurant was good. We ate in the Gumbai restaurant, which is the Korean
barbecue.
That was I love the rice. That was the only restaurant that I personally did not care for the food. Maybe it's just I don't like Korean food. I don't know. I've never really had Korean food. That was my first experience with Korean food, but I did like the rice. But it wasn't, I guess maybe I was expecting spicier foods.
Well, we did eat at the Wake, which is their steakhouse equivalent.
Oh, that was fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
That was fabulous.
That was my second favorite.
It was just as good as any other steakhouse on a cruise ship that you pay extra for.
You better believe it. We didn't get to go to Extra Virgin, like she said, the Italian pasta place, and we didn't make it to what was the other one? Hold on, I'm looking at the thing here, y'all. Oh, I thought there was another one we didn't get to. Oh, Pink Agave,
Pink
the
Agave.
Mexican restaurant.
We canceled the Pink Agave to go to the test kitchen twice, but I wanted to go to Pink Agave. I wish I would have gone to Pink Agave instead of Gun By.
Yeah.
But everybody ranted and raved about Gun By, but it's the whole party atmosphere in there, and I think that's one reason why people really like it. I don't think it's the food that's better. I think it's the atmosphere.
I thought it was a little loud myself. I like all the other restaurants better. So, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, that back to that casino, that looked awesome in there watching them guys play them games. Okay, so what about the Sailor Loot and or bar tab versus onboard credit? What are your thoughts on that?
So my thoughts on that are this. So on other cruise lines, onboard credit, you can buy anything you want to buy. You can buy alcohol, you can buy souvenirs, you can use it in spa. You can
especially restaurant,
you can
whatever.
use it for an excursion. I like that. On Virgin, it's not like that. Bar loot is bar loot. You can only use it for alcohol at the bar. You cannot buy alcohol in the gift shop. You can only buy drinks at the bar or drinks on the private island. But Sailor Loot, you can buy in the gift shops with. But most everybody has bar loot, and very few people have Sailor Loot.
Everybody we talked to had bar loot left over they didn't use.
We ended up, and we even getting off the ship, we met a gentleman that said, hey, I bought a $95 bottle of wine last night just to try to use up some of my bar loot. And I still walked off the ship and didn't have bar loot. And so
we bought 3 bottles of wine that night and still had $150 left.
Yes. And you do not get to take the bar loot with you on your next voyage.
It's too bad.
Nor do you get any kind of refund.
And speaking of that, 2024 we got booked up already, as you know. But 2025, as soon as it becomes available for October, I'm thinking we might do a Halloween cruise. What do you think?
With Virgin,
Yep.
I would. The two cruises I want to do with Virgin is Halloween and New Year's Eve. I think they would be a blast on a Virgin cruise ship.
Well, I'm looking at Halloween for 2025 as soon as it becomes available.
So here's Gregory, his question.
Do you know if they offer longer than 5 days out of Florida?
Right now, I don't
know.
think so right now. I think they're all 4 and 5 day cruises. But see, this is the thing. All cruise lines, once they get, some repeat customers and that they'll do more. And this is the other thing, Gregory, if you are any kind of status on any other cruise line, they will status match you. And so we are platinum on more than one cruise line, and they status matched our platinum. And so on their cruise ship, it's called the Blue Sailors. And so we got priority boarding. Even though our boarding said we weren't supposed to get on until 3:15, we got on at 1:15 because we got bumped up. So, and here's the Z Show. He says, here is a tip. It is going on vacation. It's holiday season. So go ahead and book your flights now before they get very, 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 because once I go on a cruise, I got to do Greyhound. So I just booked travel to Texas for work in December, and I had a hard time getting us seats sitting next to each other. And I just booked it, Friday, and I'm not going for almost a month and a half. And I had a hard time getting us seats next to each other because the planes were full.
Looks like they got 10-night cruises going down to the Virgin Islands.
Oh, do they really? Where do they leave out of?
Oh, that's what I'm fixing to say. Here's an 8-night one.
That's
celebrity. Hold on.
He's got the wrong cruise ship.
Anyway, I won't have time. We're going to run out of time here, but I'm curious about that now. I know most of their settings are 4 and 5
on more
nights.
your stuff on here, and I'll look.
Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah, the towel animals. Do you miss the towel animals? You won't miss them.
I didn't miss them.
No. I thought I might, but I didn't.
I really didn't.
Do you miss the kids being an adult-only cruise?
No, I didn't miss the kids either.
It definitely changed the entire mood of the ship, y'all. Look, I cannot express to you how different of a cruise it was just based on that.
Yeah.
Just based on that. Everybody was so chill. I've never seen nothing like it. There was nobody crazy drunk. There was nobody being loud and obnoxious. There was nothing like that.
No, nobody.
The horror stories you hear from some other cruise lines on typically short cruises like that, absolutely none of that.
And all the passengers were just all in a good mood. We didn't hear any couples arguing.
No.
We didn't hear any of that crazy stuff you hear a lot
No
of
voices
times.
being raised over, just because they had so much to drink, they'd get loud and silly. Nothing like that. And that's why I think everybody at the end of the cruise still has so much cider beer loot left.
For Gregory, there is a 6th night that goes from Miami to Roatan, Costa Maya, and of course the private beach club in Bimini.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. And they do have a 7 night that leads from Miami to Puerto Plata, San Juan, and of course the private beach club at Bimini. Yeah. They always try to stop at the private beach club in Bimini. That is going to be one of their stops.
Bimini is a great stop. Let me tell you what, your drinking loot works on the island.
Yeah, and the Virgin Beach area is fabulous. There's 2 swimming pools. The beach is fabulous. All of the lounging couches like they have on the cruise ship, they have out there on the beach. So they do have a few. More than 5 nights.
And more than enough chairs. You're not going to have any trouble finding a chair on the beach, I promise you.
No. Now, keeping in mind that those 7 days are a little bit more pricier, and here New Year's Eve is a little bit pricier too. So, but New Year's Eve is pricier on every cruise.
Oh, that's a lot pricier. Yeah, that price itself right out of existence.
That's $5,600 for 6 nights. Just for
you know what? That is per cabin, though.
Yeah,
that's not per person.
That is per cabin.
It always scares me because we're used to looking at prices per person, and Virgin don't do that. It's per cabin.
And also, Virgin does have sailings that leave and come back from San Juan. They leave San Juan and come back from San Juan. So San Juan's pretty close to fly to. So you could actually fly to San Juan and catch the cruise ship there as well.
Okay, last thing we can do, you can get off of this screen now. Go back to us. The last thing we got here for tonight is I have a poll up on our community tab. Just put up. Make sure you get it.
Hold on one second. A couple people dropped in we hadn't seen. Controversial Cruising is here.
Hey, Scott, what's going on? We're now Scott compliant here right at the very end of the show. Thanks for coming.
And Cruising for One says Western 6 days out of my yet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Elise Adventures. So Chet did good with his pick. He did do good with his pick, didn't he?
I did.
Okay.
So y'all get over into our community tab. We got a poll over there. It says, should Sea Lake Journeys do 2 morning shows per week? And if so, I'm already doing Wednesday. What other day would be the best to add? And I got 4 options there. I got Monday, which right now has 17%. I've got Friday, which has 58%. I've got we get enough of you on Wednesday. No more, please.
Ooh, that actually got 8%.
8%. And I got the 4th option is some other day that ends with Y, 17%. So get over there, do your vote, and Wednesday morning we're going to go over this and see what Sea Lake Journeys is going to do. I can't believe
somebody told you we get enough of you on Wednesday. No more, please.
Somebody don't like my Wednesday morning show.
So I think, did we cover everything about Virgin that we wanted to carry?
Yes, we finally covered it all.
We do have, if it's not out yet, it will be coming. We have ship tours broken down into the
deck 5 and 6, which is out already, and then deck 7 is going to be by itself because that's got a lot, and then we got 15, 16, and 17 all together because from 15 we're going to look down on it from 16 because it's better than trying to walk on 15. You can't see it as good as you can from 16.
And it was really hard to get a picture of the foods on the food court area because it's like food court. You can't just, it's not like a buffet. So the filming of the food on the food court area, we had a hard time getting that filmed because of the way it's set up.
We did a lot of still pictures with the food this time. So you'll see the video and then we'll throw up the still pictures. I think you get a better look at the food that way.
And you know what? One class that I wish we would have taken, but we missed it because it was booked, was how to photograph foods.
How to photograph food.
I know. We missed that class.
Take your camera. Make sure it's on.
So those of you on Virgin Voyages that took the class on how to photograph foods, give us some tips.
Yeah, do that, please. We could use it.
And Elisa Adventure says, ooh, she's going to go vote.
Yes, go vote, please. Thank you.
So we want to thank you all for joining us.
Yes, we do.
And we put up, Chet has a morning show every Wednesdays. I'm not on that show because I'm working that JOB.
8:30 Wednesday morning. Don't miss it.
We are always in the Raid Parade on Saturday.
Friday.
He always puts up shorts sometime during the week. And we are back again on Sunday nights, every Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
How about that?
How about that? So until next time, we'll see you around the channel.
See you around the channel.
Ooh.
Alert, alert!
Alert, alert!
It's a group cruise!
Group boat cruise, y'all.
With your host, Sea Lake Journeys, TNT Adventures to Sea, and Ocean to Ocean Travel.
So come on, let's get on that Norwegian breakaway. May 19th through the 26th, 2024. We'll be leaving out of the port of Miami, going to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, St. Thomas, and Tortola. And finally, we're going to NCL's private island, Great Stirrup Cay. Contact Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel today to get those group rates and special perks.
Join the Facebook group for all the planned events. There's room for everyone. Don't forget, contact Bruce at oceantooceantravel.com. We'll see you on the ship.
See ya on the ship.